Looking to go out in the town in the city of Boston for an affordable price and grab some great food, drinks, and atmosphere in the Seaport District? Well, look no further than newcomer Seaport Social. Seaport Social is a premier and authentic social house that is poised to proudly serve the Boston area for many years to come. Their mission is to provide high-quality food and unique craft beer selection, along with a welcoming atmosphere for all those that wish to witness firsthand what the Boston social spirit is all about. From a top-notch bar, great group seating, to their premier menu including their massive loaded nachos, endless craft beers on tap, and an exquisite espresso martini option, look for manager Jimmy, who will satisfy your needs. A project that has been 4 years in the making is finally here, Seaport Social, which is located at 225 Northern Avenue in the Seaport District in Boston, will officially open its doors for their grand opening December 1st. Get there while you can and tell them Steele Nazz sent you. Eat, drink, social. That's what the Seaport Social does.
Episode 121. Welcome to Steele Nazz, brought to you by Hedge Better from our headquarters in Braintree, Massachusetts. Tonight, got a lot on the table, but right, the elephant in the room, literally. Antan joins the boys back after 3 months.
Wow.
How are we feeling?
Fuck you.
The Rays get a little hot and he comes back.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm totally not here because the Bruins lost.
Tonight we'll discuss the Bruins' horrific performance in Game 2.
Scenes.
Tie 1-1 now, heading to Florida. The Celtics are cruising with the Hawks, heading into Game 3 Friday night, recording on Thursday night here. A little talk about the Red Sox getting back to 500. Definitely some baseball talk as Antan's Tampa Rays are leading the Major League Baseball and record-wise. We'll get a couple shout-outs towards former guests that are, doing big things. Want to give them a quick shout-out towards the end. Before we get started, I just want to recognize Slide Edge Fitness and Performance. Craig Kelly, I think 10 years certification of, being a strength coach.
Oh, wow.
I want to give him a big shout out today.
Congratulations.
Also, big shout out to, Nazz Just Get It Done. Stevie Nazz, viral video the other day, benching 300 pounds. I want to give him a big shout out there. Did it at Slide Edge Fitness and Performance, so I thought I'd give him the shout there.
He's the first Nazz to break that number.
No, but he's like 59 years old, so that's a big
Hell
deal.
yeah.
He should be doing more sit-ups is what he should be doing.
I was setting you up. That was good. Also, the law offices of Patrick J. Foley. Patrick does a great job there. Big shout out to him completing. I want to say he's like 15, 20 marathons in.
He said the number, it's something like that.
Yeah, he finished the other day, raised money for the what was it, mentally challenged baseball league in Quincy. So I want to give him a shout there. So let's dive into it, boys. I think the front page of the day is the Boston Bruins, looking at their worst in Game 2. This series now tied 1-1 as they drop to the Florida Panthers 6-3. Steele, I'll give you the floor, man. What was your instant reaction of this game?
Instant reaction. Sometimes it's just an all-out fucking terrible game. That was their worst game of the year, and it just sucks that it happened. Game 2. I mean, that was the sloppiest they've played literally all year, literally the entire season, which obviously sucks because it's one of the biggest games of the year. But I think you can get past it. You can rebound better. That's not them. I think there's a good chance they can just bounce back, get angry at themselves, know they fucked this game up because the turnovers were brutal.
It was a lot. Most of the goals
awful.
were on turnovers, and it's sounds like football we're talking about here.
Omar had some great saves on some of those turnovers. He had the guy was literally all alone, just doing kind of the Patrick Kane shootout thing, and he stuffed that one.
Yeah, people getting on Omar's case. I'm not really buying that. It's not like he played sensational last night, but he wasn't I don't think he was a reason why they lost.
No, that 6 is an ugly number, obviously, but 4 probably of those goals are just on someone else setting him up to fail.
Agreed. Antan, any take from a basketball soccer player yourself?
I called this 4 months ago. It's playoff hockey. Pasternak's completely exposed now that they're physical. It's playoffs. It's just first round hockey. Anything can happen. I said Panthers in 7. Pretty sure I'm going to be right.
You sticking to it?
Sticking to it.
Sticking to it. I had Bruins in 5.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick to that. But also on the forefront, I was fortunate to go down to Miami last week. Saw the Panthers play their last regular season game against Carolina. And you know what? what I saw from that game is a lot what I'm seeing in these first two games. They attack the net, pucks on net. They're a team that's just going to keep coming at you. They're deep in physicality. That's the thing with the Bruins too. If the Bruins try to match, pound for pound with them, that's not the way they're going to win this series. The Panthers really strong on the front end there, leading the way. Kachuk's been great for them. Barkov's their captain. Actually, great save on him last night there that I think breakaway on the shorthander, saved the pad save on Barkov. And then I said it before the show, dude, that Ekblad guy, the defenseman, what a bat out of hell, dude.
Yeah,
I would not want to face that guy in the corner.
No, and him and they got Sam Bennett back, which was huge for them. I think he missed like 13 games. Like he's their first line center usually. So like, and that guy's a fucking house. Too.
Yeah, and
he
then
scored, I believe, the first goal.
On the other end too,
Bastard.
I'm definitely biased when it comes to the Boston teams, but I think you can definitely make an argument that Florida outplayed the Bruins in both games. I think the difference in the first game was it Alex Lyon, the goalie?
Yeah.
Alex Lyon, he threw up a couple terrible ones in game one, that Marchand goal, and even the third goal after that.
But he also had like a bunch of unreal saves. Like the Bruins could have had those goals anyway.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
it's not like
It's
it's
a good
not
count.
like they didn't have they didn't do anything other than those layups. Like that guy was on his head most of the game.
Yeah. Mozart had 2 goals. It just seems like they're getting it done everywhere else. I will say for fan experience in the Florida Panthers place, great, easy barn to play in. I don't think the fans are really going to get too far on you because, hockey in terms when it comes to the playoffs, when the Panthers went up by 2 goals the other night, the air was just fully taken out of the TD Garden.
It was quiet. There was dead silence in there.
I don't know,
These
dude.
damn crowds. Who fucking cares?
I think it seems like it was an issue last night. Could be an issue for the
A
Florida.
home issue? It can't be an issue the other way around. When you're home, it cannot be a fucking issue.
It can.
You're an idiot.
The light was
No,
taken out. I'm
no,
telling you.
No.
I'm telling you.
How? All right. How is that an issue? How does
Sitting
that,
in the middle
how-
seat was so fucking dumb.
How is that like
So
any
dumb.
benefit to like? What do you mean?
I'm saying the complete air was taken out. There's
So
no-
what? Oh, so there was no bonus to the Bruins. So they need a bonus to beat the Panthers now.
A little bit.
Oh my
a little
fucking
bit.
god!
I think that
The
happens in
the
any
team with the best
any
record in
hockey game.
NHL
Any hockey
history.
game.
Shut up.
Panthers did have the President's Trophy last year. It's a
So
good team.
this is supposed to be the best team in hockey history, and and Adam wants a little bit more fucking rah rah.
I think a key component is Patrice Bergeron not being able to play the first 2 games. Kind of moves around the lineup. But I think Zaka did pretty good in the first game on the first line. But I feel like it's the bottom end lines here that need a little switch out. I think you kind of have to go with a guy, I think, in game 3 of Grizzlick on the defensive end. I think a guy who gives you an opportunity to score the puck. Taylor Hall, I think he's been pretty good this series. He just sometimes he likes to figure skate, get away from it. Charlie Coyle was great in game 1. Bertuzzi's been great for this team. Whether you thought last game sucked or not, he's been good in both games. Pasternak showed up in game 1, didn't really show up last night. I think he obviously needs to get his name on the score sheet.
I don't think he
Krejci
played
was
well
very-
in game 1
Krejci
either.
was
He
very
scored the
quiet,
goal,
too.
but I don't think he played that well.
Yeah, he said
He's
himself.
a turnover machine. That guy.
Yeah, but sometimes he finds a way to back check. Great turnovers when they're in the offensive end. He wasn't able to do that last night, obviously. Big shout out to Brad Marchand. Played extremely well
Played
last
his
night.
balls off. Played his balls off.
Can't take anything away from him. He was kind of, struggling end of the season there. I think last night will be a nice little turning point going into game 3 Friday night.
Wouldn't mind Patrice Bergeron coming back.
Are you gonna
wouldn't
shout
mind.
any more fucking Bruins out even after losing a game? Like,
Yeah,
the fuck.
I mean, I shouted out all the Florida Panthers who
You
were
just
good.
shout out everybody. Yeah.
The way I
I
look
do.
at it, I did not think the Bruins were going to go 16-0 on the way to the Stanley Cup final. And I'm not that worried about it.
Okay.
Not that
Steele,
worried.
say one bad thing about the Bruins. Just one.
They
Just
lost
for the
one
sake.
game.
Jesus.
All right, you say one bad thing about the Bruins.
They fucking suck.
See, zero analysis.
Yeah, it's
What
almost
do you
like
mean? I just
Welcome
gave
back
my
to the party,
analysis.
bud. Welcome
I
back to the
just
party.
gave my analysis.
it's almost like you're biased or something.
Is there Tito's in those bushes?
just saying.
No, they suck, dude. What do you want me to say? Like I said that.
They-
Like that was the
they-
worst game of the year.
Worst game of the worst game in the playoffs. Doesn't that tell you something? That maybe they're just not physically tough. They can't hang with these big bodies.
After
The
one
Panthers
game.
after 2 games.
So one game they won.
They won one.
Yeah,
game.
it's 1-1. They're at home. Apparently, that's a big thing.
They're going to
according
go on the
Adam.
road. They've had a pretty damn good
Adam and his
record on the
stupid
road.
fucking crowds.
When it comes to home ice advantage and you're playing from the TD Garden, I would say that's definitely an advantage.
Bruins in 5, very much still in play.
I think it's very much in play, but I am scared about the Panthers because the Panthers have outplayed them in the first 2 games, both games.
I thought it's just one game.
I still have
We won this first game.
Oh,
like PTSD from like Jordan Bennington, and when they talked about that goalie only playing like 13 games and that they nicknamed him the Lion King, I was like, motherfucker. I was like, going through this again.
I don't think
Let's play Bobrovsky, you cunts.
Bennington, when he was like that good, I feel like that's just tossed around too easy. Like
It made it even
I
worse.
heard that on 98.5 that they were like, oh, another version of this. I was like, that's
No,
not like easily replicated.
It's 1-1. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's not easily replicated to be as good as he was, though. Is
What
I'm
made
saying.
that even worse too is that guy's an absolute dink.
Yeah, I know. No, I know. But like,
Because like he was like a cool rookie, like it was like a good story, but that guy's a loser. Like after like years of being in the NHL, like
yeah.
sucks.
But I mean, if you even
That's
when
why
the
we're onto
Bruins
this year.
win, I mean, if you're looking forward, you can't even be as confident as you were going in just 2 games ago, as going into the playoffs, as the Panthers are just 40 points behind you in the regular season, giving you a run for your money. I know it's, again, if you want to say 2 games, but the Lightning, 7-0, I think, on the Leafs.
Usually it
So-
takes 7 games for like Maple Leaf Square to just be like everyone crying. It literally took a period. It was so
Took a
sick.
period. That was amazing.
I'm just saying, you
that was
cannot
so
feel
sick.
From 2 games ago, you cannot feel as good as you were.
But you know what? That's how the playoffs go. Like when it comes to the NBA first round matchups, they're more of
Yeah, you should
sweeps.
just
You know,
pummel 'em.
There's
five.
no. Well,
Yes.
this is
Yes.
this is the only series that's like that. Only fucking series.
well, I mean, in recent years, it's usually.
Yeah, well, it's not
Most-
anymore.
I don't agree with that.
It's
either
no.
way.
I think. Well, I guess we can move on to the Celtics.
No, we don't. We're staying.
All right, fine. Stay. I don't fucking care. Nobody cares about fucking the Bruins.
I think literally everyone cares.
Yeah, okay. Not me.
You know, like people in Tampa don't give a shit about the Rays, so I don't want to fucking hear it, dude.
I'm in Boston, not caring about the fucking Bruins.
You think anyone wants to hop on your NFT calls? Oh, I got him. You got him. Yeah. So on the front, what else in hockey? Hurricanes up 2-0. What else is there?
The Oilers and Kings has been electric.
Yeah, Rangers have looked pretty good. They won in their first game against the Devils. They're playing tonight. NHL playoffs have been good. NBA playoffs been pretty good outside of the Sixers and Celtics series.
Leafs are winning right now.
Leafs are
bouncing
winning.
back. Maybe they can bounce back, huh?
I'm just saying.
One game
I mean,
might not be everything.
I'm still confident that the Bruins are going to win 5 games.
I feel like Carolina could sweep the Bruins. I think that is a realistic possibility. Do you see a realistic possibility of a team
Carolina's a pretty damn good team.
sweeping the Celtics?
Did you
No.
guys see the pregame shit for the Vegas game?
No.
We gotta go to a fucking Golden Knights game, dude. It was the most like electric thing I've ever seen in my life. Like lights just going crazy.
Well,
everything,
did
like-
they have Rachel Starr in the middle of the ice?
Probably. That might have been like before it got televised. You know what
Well,
I mean?
I mean, they made a football stadium and they put a nightclub in it. It's like, what, you're buying tickets to a fucking football game? You're gonna go to a nightclub? Are you fucking kidding me? That's my own personal hell.
They're about to move the Oakland A's to Vegas.
Are they?
Yeah, they're
That's
looking in on.
That's not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea either.
also,
Baseball
Kraken,
is
Kraken
fucking
taking
great,
the win.
Great moves.
Kraken taking the win.
Kraken.
Game 1. Seattle's a team to look out for. I'm not sure if they're gonna get it done against Colorado, but taking the first game, it's pretty damn good.
Oh, huge. Great jerseys. I like the Kraken.
Yeah, great
Kraken's
stuff.
a good name. It's like it's almost a gimmicky name, like the Thrashers were, but like,
Thrashers should have never left. That was a great franchise.
When that happened, people that like knew what a Kraken was like loved it, and then like the other half of like Twitter was like, "What the
Yeah,
fuck is that?"
Well, anytime there's like the Guardians, it's like
yeah,
it's not that bad of a name.
no.
The Commanders, not a terrible name, but people are just like ripping on
Yeah,
it.
Washington football team was way better though.
Yeah.
That was outrageously funny.
I'm just
Like,
saying,
please
people
bring
just
back
love
the
to be
football.
outraged, no matter fucking
Yeah.
what. Just grow up, people.
Speaking of outraged, if I was the Atlanta Hawks, I'd be a little outraged in this series. The Boston Celtics lead 2-0 after convincing 119-106 win in Game 2. They're going to be going back at it in Atlanta Friday night. So on the forefront here, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown doing what they can. I've been kind of watching in and out of the games because there's no excuse to lose to this Atlanta Hawks team even one game. I think if this isn't a sweep, it's kind of a disappointment. Obviously, whatever it takes to win the series to get to the next round, that's the goal. But these guys should not be competing with the Celtics.
No, absolutely not. We would like what we said in the preview. Like I was like, us versus the Heat, like that might go 6 or 7. That'll be series. I was like, if we play the Hawks, I'm on to the second round. Like I don't even fucking.
The Hawks have a lot of good talent. They're not a good team.
They do.
No, that's fair.
They're. I mean, I
Murray's
can
a
see them.
beast.
I can see them beating us one game in Atlanta. I can definitely see a 5 game. But in general, as a whole, the NBA, the Celtics don't win at all. It sucks. Like this is a failed season. This is it.
Yeah,
The pathways are clearing.
It is.
We match up extremely well against Philly. Cleveland, I think I'd be the most scared of.
Yeah, I think they match up well against
that's
Milwaukee
series anyway.
Yeah.
Like them and the Knicks. Like I think.
Well,
I think they'll
even
come
then-
out of
and
it.
then
But
the-
like
and
the
then the
Knicks had our
Bucks-
number the last 2 times we.
Yeah,
played
I'm
them.
not worried about the Knicks though.
too. And this playoff series is
Yeah.
a little bit different. I feel.
Giannis, a healthy Giannis is scary. And
Well,
then
yeah,
on the
Giannis
other
is
side,
obvious.
it's like, I mean, if the Warriors go down, they worried me just being in the Celtics head.
Hey,
But-
the play of Derek White though, he's been great.
I mean, yeah, the Celtics have been. I mean, Brogdon was a huge ad, and he'd be a huge ad. He would have been a huge ad in the finals last year. He makes his free throws. He doesn't turn the ball over. That's what they were doing left.
Yeah,
and
no,
right.
it's great. Yeah, solid
Um,
player.
And they went off about how when DeJounte Murray played for the Spurs, about how much he would be undervaluing Derek White, and when during practice, I don't know, when Pop would like be putting Derek White in like next to Murray, being like, "Oh, this guy's not on my level." I think you see in the first round. I know Murray's putting up numbers, playing well,
Yeah.
but it seems like
No, he's a
Derek
good
White's
player.
quite the player, huh?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
hell of a player. I mean, this
Yeah.
is the best Derek White will ever be, and what we got in the trades for both Brogdon and White was just absolute
Nonsense.
Yeah.
Brad has been great. I mean,
Yeah.
getting Horford for Kemba, every move he's made is completely
Yeah.
underrated. And if we don't win at all, it's like we could lose Jaylen Brown and say like just the superstar moves. Our window's over already, which is crazy in the NBA because that sucks.
I don't think the window's over.
I don't think
If
the
we
window's
lose
over.
Brown and like say like Damian Lillard goes somewhere or
There is no sport more than like the NBA though that like your window opens and closes so
it,
quick.
it
like,
could be
like you
pretty
could- like,
over.
Like
I'm
that
not-
could close, but then it could literally open with a new move like
Right.
the week after.
That's,
Right.
that's
just,
another
like, the
conversation for a
NBA.
different day. But Jaylen Brown, he's going to make an All NBA team, which means he's going to be qualified for the maximum worth
Supermax
over
or
$100
whatever.
million. So like he's going to come back. I know he is.
Well, yeah, the new rules. The commissioner there. He's made it. You're able to incentivize to keep your stars.
Yeah.
So like the Celtics can pay way more than any other team, but if they lose again, this is the 4th Eastern Conference Finals. If they make it, that Jaylen Brown will have been in. How many
Yeah.
times are you going to say, all right, I'm not losing
That's
here?
wild. Yeah, you're right.
And it is wild because he's like 25.
I think it's really fascinating too. You see, just in this series, it's the playoffs now. How much they cut their bench. I mean, they're playing 8 guys off the bench: is Hauser, Rob Williams, and Brogdon. Grant Williams doesn't even get any time. So I mean, I don't know what. Maybe it's just a matchups thing. Maybe they're like,
No.
oh, we don't even
Well,
need
well,
him.
last
No,
year
you cut
it was
your
like
bench. That's
they
what
did
you do.
7,
No,
yeah.
no. I do say cut the bench, but Grant Williams getting no pull.
The only time we should see Grant Williams is if we play the Bucks because
The
he
Bucks
guards
Stand in
Giannis.
front of
Yeah.
Giannis. Yeah, stand in front of
But
Giannis.
he played
and
all.
fucking-
He played all last playoff run. I realize you got a guy named Malcolm Brogdon now, but and Sam Hauser's been pretty good. But Grant Williams been.
We might even see Gallinari if somehow he might even sneak
Yeah.
in.
That's
That'd be
lurking out there.
Yeah,
That
it
is
is.
lurking
It's
out
still a
there.
little possibility.
That'd be sick. Like if he came in, just drained a 3, and like
He's
game
good for
3.
2 or 3. Like just
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
All the
No, give me
Hawks.
some minutes.
Hauser's not gonna. I hope we don't see. If we see Hauser out there, it means we're blowing them out or we're getting blown up.
Yeah, he played 15 minutes the other night. He's a good shooter.
He's a
He
good shooter.
yeah.
My dad I can't fucking
I think
stand
he's
him.
playing better defense.
Yeah, he's okay.
all good.
I'm fine with the 8 that they got out there or just whatever 7.
Yeah, Atlanta was
Play your guys.
commenting too the other night how great Al Horford's been on the defensive end, and I couldn't agree more. I think he's a big nucleus of this team because you look past the Jays and it's crazy to see the names that come to play of who else you have in this. If you have Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown next to all these guys, and Horford, Smart, White, Rob Williams, Malcolm Brogdon. Those are just key names right there
Yep.
that kind of give you the DNA to win the title.
Yeah, I saw
10-19.
something. It was like a Hawks thing, and it was a couple days ago. They tweeted like, "Who on the Celtics is gonna like cover Collins?" And then like some Celtics fan just like quote tweeted it with the video of like Rob Williams and Al Horford just like having him in hell. Just absolutely locking.
I
him
mean,
up.
I feel like the Celtics, like they could, you could put Tatum on him. You could have put Brown on him. I think they'd be doing okay. I
Yeah.
wouldn't put Tatum on him, but
no, I mean they're a very long team.
yeah, like they're
like-
the matchup problem, and
Yeah.
that's the difference between you're used to saying, oh, it's a bad matchup for the Celtics, like, all the time, and now where's the matchup issue? And
Yeah, I don't think there's a team that I'm.
the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's the one team that they have two bigs that are really.
Yeah, they
But
blew.
we have a healthy
They blew the
Rob.
Knicks out the other night.
I feel as long as he stays healthy, it's been the key.
Should we be looking forward to Philly already?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think Philly should be looking forward to us as well.
I think Philly's gonna be a tough out.
No,
But that was a Bush
Bush
talk.
heavy.
Bush, official sponsor. I think we match up again really well against Philly. Joel Embiid's an issue, but he's a problem for anybody. I mean, that guy's an absolute moose that can like literally break my ankles. It's unbelievable. I mean, that's not saying much, but like he is that good. He's huge.
He had that like 50-point game versus us, and like,
Yeah.
they still like couldn't even do it like that. Like
You're not playing Rob. I mean, Rob's probably wasn't even playing.
Now is James Harden done? You think he'll be
role player.
a factor in that series?
No,
He has to be if they want a chance.
If they want to win.
if they want to, if for the Sixers, they need him to be. But
I mean,
don't
that
think-
maxi point guard. See, they need him, and
He's-
I like our guards to defend
Yeah,
the
they-
opposing guards.
They ask way too much of that guy, Tyrese Maxey. He's a good player, but
Yeah.
come on.
and
Come
then
on.
you got Harris and whatnot, and there Brown and the Jays are just gonna do their thing. We match up very, very well. The Cleveland team with Mitchell again, they scare me. With Mitchell and Garland and
Yeah, they
the
got
two big men,
good-
Allen and
It's a good young team.
yeah, they're very, very. But I think they're not ready yet. I think next year they're a lot more scary. I think, you still have the Bucks who have not lost a playoff series with a healthy Giannis, Middleton, and Holiday. For like 4 or 5 years. They've only lost when they're not healthy. But they're not healthy. So, those anything short of honestly a championship is a disappointment this year for me for the Celtics. Unless like say the Phoenix Suns get on the level and they beat you. And they're just a better team. That's the only time I'll accept it.
light the beam.
They get it to it.
If they beat us, I will be ripped.
I am so in on this Kings team.
I'm out. No.
So in.
I'm
I mean,
so
I'm fine. I don't care about the Kings. Like, if they beat us, I'll be so ripped shit.
Light the beam.
I hope they beat them 4-0.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
Warriors.
no, dude, I need it.
Well, the Warriors' record on the road, switching gears here to the rest of the NBA playoffs,
Yeah.
is like 7 for the century. I think in the
No, they're
in the
like,
regular
yeah,
season.
they're like 8 and like 30 on the
Yeah.
road, like literally.
So like, I feel like they could definitely make it interesting. I think the whole Western Conference playoffs has been pretty good.
Yeah, it's
outside
wide
of-
open.
I mean Denver, Minnesota. I think Denver's going to take that.
Yeah.
But even LeBron versus John Morant there. Dylan Brooks talking shit. I don't agree with that. I didn't like that at all.
I think what Dylan Brooks is doing though is
Yeah,
if
mind
I
games,
was just
man,
like
mind
kind of like a
games.
shitty player, like a someone who gets his couple million, well, why not? Why
yeah.
not?
Yeah, that's what Pat Beverly's done for
Yeah,
years.
I was about to say
yeah.
it's Pat Beverly, dude. Go out there.
Yeah, now you know who he is. Now he
Yeah.
has a brand for him.
Go out there, get like 3 points, maybe an assist, and talk your shit. Love those players.
But I think that speaking of the Suns, I think that's the most fascinating series of all of the series in the first round. You got Kawhi Leonard waking up out of bed, hasn't played all season, scored 38 in game 1. I think it's tied 1-1. It's going. I think they're playing late tonight.
He's out though.
game
Kawhi's
3.
out.
Of course he is.
Yeah, knee soreness.
Wake him up in the finals.
Yeah. But the Suns are Suns. They don't really have that chemistry that the Celtics have.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's a reason only if the only way the Celtics, like, I'm okay with them losing is if the Suns just kind of click. They just like turn it on. They're a better team. They're just a better team. They're like they're a good.
They have better players.
Yeah, that's the only way. If they Otherwise, it's Celtics are just a complete bust.
I don't know though, because I don't know. The Jays are the best tandem in the league.
They are, and they have a fucking great team. They should not lose.
They should not lose.
Everything is working in their favor. People are getting banged up and bruised, and it's just how it is.
Yeah.
It's just gonna come back because, I hate comparing sport to sport, but I guess I do it a lot. But when it comes down to dealing with adversity, I'm kind of. If you look at the Bruins here, they're going through some shit. See how they respond. The Celtics aren't gonna have to go through that till probably next round, maybe the round after. I feel like that really defines you when your back's against the wall. Like last year when they were down 3-2 against the Milwaukee Bucks, they came back, they answered the bell, and they're gonna need to have one of those stretches. I just feel I don't see them going 16-0. There's gonna be some type of difficulty. There's gonna be some type of
Philly and Joel Embiid, they're so fucking sick of losing to the Celtics.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be a street fight.
Literally, yeah, you're right.
They're going to be ready for war,
I'd be fucking pissed.
I just think of DC where it's when he loses to John Bones for the second and third time, he's like, it's not a rivalry when you can't win. It's the same thing with Philly.
Yeah, Joel said that quote
the same
too
thing,
about
yeah,
the Celtics.
yeah.
He was like they kicked the shit out of us. I felt like it's not a rivalry. Like he's so sick of losing to this. He might average 40 a game in that series. I still think we win.
He's going to.
Yeah.
Well, last thing on the Celtics series for me, Trae Young overrated.
Completely.
Wildly.
Completely. He's he can't play defense. They pick on him. I feel like he's just a horrible. I think his teammates must be oh fuck, this guy's just gonna huck up fucking 45 shots and
kind of
in a game and just
not
play
hit
defense.
10 of them. And
kind of like Isaiah.
Isaiah Thomas. He's the same.
He's a better Isaiah, but.
I don't know, dude. 53 points.
Oh my god, you love that little
fucking... I love him, man.
No, he's
one of them's a winner. One of them's a
goddamn winner.
DeJounte Murray, I think they thought would complement him better than I think he does. It's a lot of going around. They thought Capella, the guy doesn't shoot. He's just a rebound machine, and then you have Collins, who's just an athletic big, and then you have Bogdanovich, where. Hunter, they're role players. They on paper it seems like everything lines up, but it just when you watch it, it's just they're. I thought they were better than this. That's the first
wildly unorganized.
Yeah,
wildly unorganized.
Maybe it's the coach.
Maybe me and Craig were sitting there doing the pod last week, and they were playing the Heat. And on the pod last week, I'm like, God damn it, we're playing the Heat in the first round. It's gonna be the Celtics will win, but it'll be a deep series. Then I see the Hawks are up by 15. I'm like, all right, let's fucking go. We want to play this team.
Well, people were saying that the Heat literally tanked to play
that was out
the
there.
Bucks.
They the Heat wanted the Bucks.
That's ridiculous to do.
Yeah.
Because if you lose, you have to play a playing game.
They barely beat the Bulls. They barely beat the
Yeah.
Bulls in the eighth place game.
I was like, that's a ridiculous thing to say.
Well, yeah. Well, the Hawks and the Bulls, no fear of them in a series or anything, but those are tough teams to play in a one game fucking thing.
Yeah.
You gotta beat them.
Oh no, the game plan for one game in comparison to 7 games is way different.
Yeah, it's like that. Like Trae Young and fucking Zach LaVine. I don't want to play either of them in a one game fucking thing. They can give you that one game fucking 40-point game.
Trae Young, I had him over 24.5 the other night. Guess how many points he had?
24.
Nice.
Fuck.
Loser.
Sorry, we got it back on the Devers double today. That was big.
Yeah, whatever.
Christian Cassis, anytime hit today. Beat out an infield single. Team's back to 10-10, transitioning on to the baseball minute.
They aren't. They're the worst 10-10 team in the history of baseball.
But I fucking love it.
They should be 5-15.
It is entertaining so far.
How is it entertaining?
I'm having a ball watching this team. Rafael Devers leading the way in the league with home runs. I think he's tied with 7. Verdugo has been their best. I think their best overall player so far. On the pitching side, Kelly Jansen has proved time and time again one of the best closers in baseball. 10-10. Obviously, they should probably be 5-15 the way they've played. I've obviously just talking them up because
of course
I have the time. But you look at Brian Bayo, tough start to begin. Garrett Whitlock comes back, has a great 7-inning start. Even Tanner Hawk, I know they want to put him in the bullpen, but comes out, throws 7 innings today. They blew out the Twins.
That guy's filthy, and why do you guys want him in the bullpen?
Because they think he can't get around a third fucking in the rotation. And I don't, any fucking idiot who thinks that they already know that in the beginning of the season of a young guy is an absolute moron.
That slider can strike you out 9 times in a fucking row, man.
Like,
that's so dumb.
I don't think you should assume that like any pitcher can get around a third time.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think it's the stupidest thing you can kind of
Make him a starter, put him at 6. Like, fuck.
No, they're you go.
So I think because Whitlock they want in the bullpen as well, and he's gone back and forth. But I mean, have you seen the new rule changes that they're experimenting with in the Atlantic League?
Yeah, that's stupid.
I think it's retarded, but like I love that baseball's watchable this year. Like baseball's
it's very watchable.
Like for the average person, like
it's fun.
It's they finish games in under 2 hours, but they're trying to slow down the pitch changes, the amount of pitch changes, and I will blame the Rays for that. I think they started that. They started the shifts all
fire.
yeah.
They definitely started the fucking
The
11
opener.
pitchers in a game. Yeah, they definitely.
They're still fucking doing it. And they're beating you. They beat the Red Sox. What was it? They only allowed 2 runs in 3 games against the Red Sox with 9 different pitchers. It's like that's just complete dominance. That's not Sandy.
No,
Koufax.
what was it opening 10-game win streak or something?
They were
It was
13. They're 13-0, I think.
Who's
like
this?
those weren't just
Rays.
those were 13 straight convincing.
The
victories.
Red Sox
they
and the
weren't,
Rays
one
did not
run
belong
fucking-
on the same field.
Yeah,
I know that's easy to say, but they did not.
I will say the Red Sox responded nice. They took 3 out of 4 after
They-
that.
they-
And they took 2 out of 3 from the Twins. I think their starting pitching is how far can this team go is their starting pitching and the exits I already want to make out. Corey Kluber, 4 games in, 7.80 ERA, throwing an average 86-mile-an-hour fastball. Get him off my team. Irish Pub, do they need a new reliever? We might need one. And then James Paxton throwing in AAA Pawtucket or whatever it is, Worcester last night.
fucking shout.
7 earned runs in a third of an inning.
I always liked Paxton.
So I think when you look at this lineup, I think Terry Hawk's going to stay in the starting rotation. Chris Sale finally has a good start after 3 years. See if we can build off that. Garrett Whitlock seems to be probably one of the better pitchers in the starting rotation. Brian Bello, hopefully he responds after his tough one. And then my guy, the number 5 starter, Nick Pivetta. Just a definition of your 4th, 5th starter. Just seems to be solid every time it goes out.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Red Sox, what's big for the Red Sox and why they are 500 is the lineup. Their lineup is now kind of coming around into an MLB lineup. Some of the lineups they had against the Rays, it's what? It's Devers and a bunch of schmucks. And Justin Turner, he's done. The guy fucking blows.
Yeah, he's wild.
Yeah,
he cannot be your DH on
the
in
fact
the
they
AL
keep
East.
adding Turner and Yoshida 3rd and 4th is mind-boggling. But I guess they have no one else.
He's gone ice cold too, huh?
Yoshida, yeah, he's a routine ground ball.
He is a ground ball out, just driving it.
He had 2 hits today. Hopefully he comes back and plays better. But
It is
not
early.
not really
Of course,
expecting.
of course.
It's still definitely early. Sitting at 10-10, which is good for 5th place in the AL East.
I mean, if you look at that Orioles lineup too, with those young guns with
The Orioles are good.
Adley's going to be an AL MVP candidate.
He is.
No, he's not. He's a catcher.
Maybe not this year, but
No
yes.
catcher in MLB will ever be.
Okay.
You're right. Joe Mauer and Buster Posey just don't
It's
exist.
not the same baseball now. It's not
They
just.
just don't
It's not
exist.
the same baseball anymore.
No, they just don't exist.
No,
yeah.
it's just not the same baseball anymore.
Can I give a shout out to my boy Reese McGuire
No.
after jerking off in the Dollar Tree? I think that joke will never get old. I think he's got the best batting average with at least 100 at bats since last August. That's insane.
That guy Luis Arraez is still hitting 500.
Who the Twins?
Yeah, the Twins
yeah.
guy. He's a perennial top of the league average guy, but he's still at he's still at 450 or something.
And then what's his name? Since I'm going off about the Red Sox right now, Jarren Duran has stepped in since last weekend. Pretty sure he's 5 doubles in the last 5 games. If they can get a center fielder after the only thing really going for them besides Devers, Duvall goes down, breaks his wrist in the first week of the season after hitting 4 jacks and batting 1,000.
I mean, Duvall was not. You're lucky he did that because he was gonna go like over 32 in June, and everybody's gonna turn on him. He never hit over like 240.
Every fastball he was getting down the middle, he was just fucking
Crushing
Yeah,
it.
it was to the moon.
He was just doing that
those are
April
all
thing.
bombs,
Remember
yeah.
like Chris Shelton for the Tigers when he had like 16 home runs in like the first month of the season, like. He broke the record and then like ended with like 25.
Yeah, he just he reminded me of like a Willie Mo Pang and just absolutely beasting on fastballs.
Chris Davis,
Yeah.
like either Chris Davis, fucking just like absolutely go
It's Chris Davis the A's one. Is he still in
Chris
the
with a
league?
K?
Yeah.
No,
He batted literally 247 4 straight years in a row. or something
And
like
hit
that.
40 home runs.
Like, yeah. No, he was a fantasy baseball legend for
No,
me.
but you
I
play
took him every year.
You play 162 games. He played most of them, and he batted
Yeah.
the same exact average 4 years in a row. Talk about consistency.
No, like and like 247 exactly. Like that's crazy.
A little bit on the Rays side. Who's your MVP in the first
Nah, I mean, it's easy.
19
It's
games.
Brendan Lau.
Brandon Lau?
I mean, the Red Sox cannot get him out. They
Yeah, he was
they
in
need to get in
Jacks.
the lab.
My boy Randy playing well.
The whole team's playing well. The difference between this Rays team and the previous is, they always have that pitching. They always have it. They're just a
do
pitching
always have
factory.
good pitching.
But they're hitting. They're a dangerous lineup now. They've never had a lineup even close to this level. Whether it's Yandy, Wander, Randy, freaking.
Randy being Randy.
You always had Kiermaier, some shitty catcher, and then like a Japanese second baseman who they all hit like $190. and it was just like an automatic 7, 8, 9 out.
No, you're not
and they
wrong.
don't have it anymore. They're actually like a very good lineup through and through. Their pitching, I mean, Rasmussen's been fantastic. Up and down. Dodge Bradley looked nasty against the Red Sox. I think he had 9 Ks in his first start ever in the majors. McClanahan's gonna be in the Cy Young competition, and we'll see if Glasnow ever can get healthy. The MLB has fucking ruined him.
Has he pitched at all?
No, I think he's pitching. I don't know. They took away his pine tar. Well, how about Scherzer getting fucking?
Yeah, that
That
was
was
bullshit. It was like a
hilarious.
Rosalbag.
Ridiculous.
10 game suspension.
10.
10 games.
He can appeal it though. I think it'll work out.
Yeah,
I
to
don't think
5
he'll get it.
though.
Yeah.
You
No,
know?
I think it'll be fine.
That's bullshit.
You could see how serious he was.
He's
in, like,
a
the
psychopath.
No,
would
but
not.
like in the post game thing, he was literally like on like my kids' lives. It was sweat and rose. he was like, dude, like it was very intense. Like that man was telling the truth.
Yeah.
That guy was not
He
cheating.
wouldn't bullshit. Yankees 12-7. Steele's got Yankees.
Garrett Cole winning the Cy Young.
How about Frenchie Cordero with 4 dingers?
Franchi Cordero's been a fucking savage. He's really pissed off Jared Carabas, who calls him an asshole repeatedly. But no, everything's going good. I said before the season, the number 1 player in the MLB that the lack of shifts would help was Anthony Rizzo. He leads the team in average, batting .344 still.
It's gonna be
He's
nuts to
killing it.
see.
I mean,
the
he's
split,
obviously not going to hit like that.
to
but-
see the splits at the end of the season. It's gonna be nuts to see
It
the
is.
guys that make the
Yeah.
most difference of that.
Oh yeah, because he was one of the guys that would have like 6 people on the right side
The
of
right
the field.
side.
Like they're like, and they can't do that anymore. So now his thing that would hit this second baseman that is playing right field, like it drops now. So he's very much back. He's a contact hitter almost, including the power. Judge is off to a great start. Glaber's off to a great start, and Stanton's already hurt. So we're in midseason form.
Perfect.
Stanton when he hits a ball, it's fucking scary. The only one who matches that power in the
Judge.
American League. No, well, I was gonna say Denver. It's like opposite field. When Stanton fucking puts one that way, is like it's crazy. in
But
my
don't get me
opinion.
wrong, Devers is a great hitter, but those dudes are just so big when it goes off the bat. It's like
Denver's
these
power
guys are-
is opposite
oh,
field
yeah,
power is
unreal,
outrageous.
unreal.
No, yeah, like Stanton, like you do not like the camera does not need to turn.
He doesn't turn. He doesn't even.
Yeah,
like,
like
he does
that.
like the
He
most
goes like
nonchalant.
that, and you know that
Yeah.
thing is fucking way over
He's
there.
so nonchalant about hitting a home run.
Yeah.
like-
Because it swings so like it's
Yeah.
so like flat.
Yeah.
that it just fucking then it just goes like 480.
Can I interrupt about your fucking Rays glory? So you've played the Tigers, the Nationals, the A's, the Red Sox, the Blue Jays, and the Reds. Outside of maybe the Blue Jays, who you lost 2 or 3 from, who the hell have you played?
Who have you played? The Rays.
Probably no one.
The Rays.
Played the Rays, got
Yeah.
swept.
Yeah. There you go. So shut up.
Tough.
We played the Angels, took 3 or 4.
We did what we had to do.
But
Like beat good teams.
Beat the
What do you
Twins,
mean?
took 3
You got to
2
beat the
3.
bad teams. What do you mean? If you can't fucking change your schedule
I'm
for Adam Nazaro.
I'm on team no defense with the Red Sox. I'm not gonna. How about Joey Gallo, huh?
I hate that.
He
guy
was
for
batting like
life.
350 the other night, but he returned from the IL, 3-run homer last night.
Gross.
Who fucking cares?
Fucking
Talk about the shifts. He might be a guy that helps, but
Yeah,
he's just.
Rizzo hits the ball but gets out.
I was
gonna
gonna say he's a low contact guy.
Yeah, like he just strikes out or hits a home run.
All right, I'm gonna go to this roster right now. Guys already can get off my team on the Red Sox. Ryan Brazier, get off the team. Corey Kluber, get off the team. Caleb Ort, maybe just go back down to AAA. We'll see what you got. Connor Wong, get out of here.
He sucks.
He's thrown out one runner or something like that, and like they're going nuts because he's thrown one guy more than Reese McGuire has. Reese McGuire's here for his bat.
He's got a terrible arm.
Connor Wong can't hit. I think we can hit better than him. Anyone on the infield here that I'm getting sick of? No one really. Yu Chang hit another home run, I think, which I'm a big fan of. Jaron Duran. Rob Refsnyder is just a dog. Ramal Tapia.
Former Yankee.
Red
I
Sox
love
killer.
Rob Snyder.
Yeah. Verdugo's been the MVP of the team. And then, Yoshida's got to step up his shit, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, that's early.
So that's how I feel about the Sox.
Great segment, Adam. That was just riveting.
Who to get off my team and who's staying on. I'm kind of just talking
Without even
on.
looking at the roster. Fuck Aaron Hicks.
He was a phenomenal player at one point.
And it's not anymore.
It's crazy how they just it just happens.
And they still put him fucking out there. And then they have him hit like ahead of Higashioka, ahead of like Tyler Falefa, and it's just like that's 3 automatic outs. And you put that in the lineup. Like you picked that. You took a list of names and you picked 3 outs in a row.
If I was Aaron Boone, I'd bet him lead off just to piss you off.
That day will probably come because Aaron Boone likes to piss me off.
Got some guest spotlight here as we have whenever a guest comes on, usually big things happen. Leading the way frontlining, Zay Flowers, who's going to be a first night pick next week in the NFL draft. It has been me with a bunch of teams, but broken by Adam Schefter. I guess he went out to the Kansas City or wherever area and threw balls with Pat Mahomes. Would we like Zay Flowers on the Kansas City Chiefs?
Yes.
For him, definitely. Like for myself, no.
Yeah,
Because then I'd have to like support the Chiefs a little bit.
At this point, we had 20 years of fucking Brady. Now we just got to just suck football stick.
Like it would
we
be
just got to
cool
eat it.
Yeah,
I'm rooting for
It
Flowers.
would be cool for our friend because then we Super Bowl contender, like he'd be there.
Only
like,
two
you know what I
teams
mean?
I'd be kind of pissed that he went to would be the Jets or the Bills.
The Jets would suck. The Bills would be kind of sick though, because
imagine playing alongside Stephon Diggs with Josh Allen throwing you.
Just supporting him, like that's a good team.
They were
Like,
saying
they're not,
if the Bills traded, I think the 27th or 28th overall pick for DeAndre Hopkins, they've gotten because Hopkins and Diggs were in the same class.
Yeah.
If you look at who they've traded for from that draft class, it's outrageous. The players they have from that draft class.
Oh, that's nuts.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely a destination where he could go. It sounds like he doesn't want to go to the Pats.
Would you?
No.
I mean, I guess if I wouldn't want fucking baby Mac Jones to throw to me.
Well, who knows? It's going to be a quarterback battle. It's going to be a quarterback battle.
I'm not going to watch
the diner.
If I hear Zappy, I'm going to fucking.
Zappy.
How about McSorley?
You know what? I'd rather that. I'd rather that.
Fuck that.
I am not on the Zappy train at all.
I'm on the Zappy train.
I am not. I'm not on the. I'm not even. No.
I want to see a competitive battle.
I want.
May the best man win.
As kind of a Penn State hater, get Trace McSorley out of my face.
He's a great third string though.
No, that's
he'll be great on scout.
A late name though. Trace McSorley's such a fucking sick name. If you just hit a random name generator in some game, that's what you come up with.
It is.
Yeah,
just
it's incredible.
He's pretty athletic. He could probably pose as a shitty wide receiver. You know what I mean?
Good try.
Yeah, he could definitely try. Probably not succeed. Also on the forefront of guests, big shout out to Nick Timberlake, Braintree, Mass native, after 4 or 5 years at Townsend University, being the lead baller there, transfers for his grad year to the Kansas Jayhawks. Sorry, not Kansas State. Kansas Jayhawks. One of my favorite, top college teams.
You're the Kansas guy.
Won a national championship a couple of years ago. But great to see that. I think we're gonna have him on the show in a couple of weeks, and he's gonna tell us what's what.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I mean that's awesome. I mean, anytime you get one of the like blue chip teams like that. Like that's an incredible. I mean,
I knew he was going to transfer, but I thought he was going to go to like BC or like, I don't know, someplace local where he could like finish off around here. But going to an elite talent like that, man, you have one good year. You never know what can happen, man.
no, you're on to probably at worst the Sweet 16 maybe. Like you know what I mean? Like
Well, even just his trajectory, like you have,
you're at Kansas.
you
now.
you have a great year for that team. Who knows? G League, some
Oh yeah,
some
you're on national
mix
TV.
of that.
Scouts are at every
Yeah.
single one of your games. Like
He's a baller too, man. He can shoot. He can
no,
do
yeah,
it all.
like
Good
scouts were
defense.
probably 1,000.
Yeah.
Like for him, like a little bit, like because he was like I'm pretty sure at least close to the leading scorer. if
Yeah,
not the leading scorer.
Great dude too. We reached
But,
out.
like,
We reached out
Kansas.
to yeah.
like every NBA team.
We reached out to him. He got right back to us and like was just like, yeah, he's coming on the pod. So stay tuned for that one. That'll be a good one. Antan, you're here. I haven't been here in 3 months, man. Anything you want to get off your chest?
No. Suspension's lifted. I want to shout out the Nazzaros for having my back through the suspension. Not Adam or Mikey, but like Andrew, you're a real one. Thank you for allowing me
Well,
through the suspension.
We almost had to replace the door over there because of you.
That was fucking hysterical. That was so funny.
There was a cord there.
I don't think there was.
There was not.
I don't think there. I think that was just a face.
We were
plant.
about 20 minutes in the recording and you were blackout.
I don't block.
I don't know.
I thought it was gonna
You
shatter.
black in
I
then. I
thought
don't
it
know.
was- That was not funny.
MMA fighter, New England Cartel, Nick Fiore. Rumor has it he's about to be squaring off with Chase Hooper, that motherfucker, in the UFC next month. Took down Pete Barrett a couple years ago. We watched. He's a tactical guy on the ground. I think Nick's pretty good at jiu-jitsu. I think he's going to get the job done. But big shout out to him. We'll definitely be rooting for him that time. And
Absolutely.
we wanted to get him on after the last fight. I know, the odds were stacked up against him. I think he was the last call to like get on that card. So we lost. So we didn't bring him on. I would have brought him on anyways. I just didn't want to do that to him. But I was hoping to win over Chase Hooper. I could talk to him again.
If he were to win, we would need to like get Chase Hooper's next opponent on because the pod would be 1-1 versus Chase Hooper.
That is
Like
true.
it would be our trilogy fight versus Chase
Yes.
Hooper. Like we would need his next opponent.
Agreed. That'd be great.
Yeah, fuck him. Let's go.
What else?
I think we talked about it before, but shout out Rob Font too for the knockout of fucking.
Oh
like,
my
he
God.
killed that guy.
That was talk
That
about
was sick.
trajectories. You know, he lost a couple fights to a couple legends.
Yeah,
And people kind of thought he was a schmuck, on the downward slope. Comes out in the first round like a bat out of hell, dude. Gets the job done. First round knockout. I forget the guy's name.
I do too. But he was a guy that like people
Yeah, he's a
projected to be
contender.
like a future champion. Yeah,
Yep,
and
contender.
like he got knocked the fuck out.
Like it wasn't even close.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. It was
Rob
awesome.
Font put on for the mass people. Put on for the Miami people. I know he's a Florida guy.
New England cartel,
Um,
baby.
Yeah, they
Out
ride
here.
deep. They ride deep. Anything else? Wrap it up.
Yeah, we want the cup.
We want the cup. So we're next Thursday. We'll be back here. I'm trying to think if both series will be over. So I'm sticking with Bruins in 5 and Celtics in 4. What do you guys do?
Same. Stay strong.
And you got
I got Panthers in 7.
Hawks in 7 too.
Say it. Say it, you coward. Say it, you coward.
You know I'm not. I don't know if it's going to be a gentleman's sweep or not. I don't see them winning more than one game. I think they win one game. I'll say Celtics in 5.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Gentleman sweep's fine. Picking the Hawks to win more than once outrageous.
I think so. I mean, at this point, too,
Yeah.
especially. I just see, like the Celtics will get like lackadaisical or something in one game. Like they've lulled. That's the one thing.
Or Murray goes
not
for,
to go
like,
back
40
with
or
shit, but
whatever.
like the one thing that they just haven't stepped in their throats and just won by 30. Like they've let them back in the game like twice now.
The last time the Celtics played the Atlanta Hawks in the first round of the playoffs, they fucked around and won a championship.
There we go.
Love
Fucked
that.
around
Was that
and
the?
won.
No, man.
1 in 7 games, actually. That was a dog of a team. That was Al Horford as rookie. Joe Johnson. I think you had a couple other
Oh,
guys.
that Hawks team was sick.
Mike
Josh
Bibby.
Smith.
Mike Bibby. Yeah.
Josh Smith was.
That team was
they were-
sick.
That's Mike Medeiros' favorite 2K team ever.
I can't believe they were an 8 seed. dude.
Yeah.
We had Xbox 360 and he like, this is kind of a funny story.
Yeah.
So we were messaging and like we were that good that he got up into like the rank but like low whatever, and he messaged like the number one ranked 13 player in the world, again to play, like because we thought like we had like kind of like a cheat code. Like Mike was that good, and he plays this guy. He's down like 40 in like that like before halftime. The guy just like goes on like a fast break, goes up as the guy's in the air. He pauses it himself, does a replay for us for like 10 minutes, and then quits. Like I no joke. I was like, holy shit!
Wow. Fuck.
He would tell me better, but I'll never forget that.
Was Showtime and Magic? No Showtime Magic tonight.
No,
Past their bedtime.
no. Magic heard I was coming. He ran.
Steele, you were in AC last weekend. How was that?
It was a
Get the job
blast.
done?
It was a very good time. Lost miserably in the casino, but had an absolute blast. Harrah's Hotel, Harrah's. I don't know how you pronounce
Oh,
it.
is that like the poker?
It was
big-
everything. Like
yeah.
it had everything.
No, but they have the big poker games.
They might. I don't know. Oh, yeah, wasn't
I'm not a
wasn't
big
hitting the
poker
big. Yeah, not what I was looking at. But no, I had a blast. Great time. They had like this pool thing, giant EDM fucking speakers going crazy. You could barely hear anything. Mist coming down, strobe lights. It's
Sounds
sick.
miserable.
Did you wake up
That
on
was
the beach
awesome.
in the morning, or did you not wake up and just go on the beach?
We did the boardwalk. There
There you
was
go.
not really any beach.
Any Wally Beach vibes?
Yeah, big time, big time. Like throwback Wally Beach vibes in that place. But no, it was cool. It was fun.
Folks,
I'll attend again.
want to thank you for tuning in. Hedge Better, Justin making this all possible. Like I said in the beginning of the show, big shout out to Side Edge Fitness Performance. Craig Kelly, keep doing what you're doing at 101 French Avenue in Braintree, Mass. Also the law office of Patrick J. Foley. Another big shout out. Marathon runner, once again, got the job done. Seaport Social. Go have a burger or something. It's pretty good out there. What's that address? Something northern, 225 Northern Ave, Seaport, Boston.
Yeah, today would have been a great day.
Yeah.
It's beautiful out.
Yeah, gonna be a little rainy, I think, come Sunday. But actually, I'm getting my first golf round in at home this Saturday. Gonna be good.
Where at?
New England Country Club in like Bellingham. It's gonna be tough.
That sounds miserable.
It's gonna be a great day.
Yeah,
Let's go to
fuck that.
Furnace Brook like a normal human.
Yeah,
Jesus
there's
Christ.
three. There's
Dude,
three
it's
in the
crazy.
city.
Everyone likes to golf, dude. Like it's tough to get tee time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right now too, everybody's like faking their golf game. Like I'm gonna get out there all
Yeah.
year, and then they go out twice.
No,
I'm not even gonna.
So you
pretend.
got to go to Bellingham, my
Yeah,
dude?
it's a half hour.
Fuck
It's a
outta
half
here.
That is not a half hour. I don't know
Half
where
hour.
Bellingham is.
Yeah,
Like, it's not a half hour.
It's a half hour.
If you asked me, was that like in Massachusetts? I'd like look at no.
It's next to Hopkinton, dude. And we're good.
That's not a half.
That's where the marathon starts.
Yeah,
Boom. Bang.
you running?
No way.
Coward.
We're driving, baby. We're driving. Be safe out there, everyone. Episode 121 in the books. That's all from Steele and Nazz. Have a weekend. We want the cup. Go Bees.
Go Seas
We
as
want to
well.
ring. Go Seas. Go Sox.
No.